Hello, everyone, and welcome to the App Demo Jam 2018 June 21st edition. We are covering marketing apps today from the AppExchange. My name is Jeff Grosse. I'm a Salesforce MVP, and I'm joined by my co-host and friend, Salesforce MVP Joshua Hoskins. How are you doing today, Joshua?
Great, Jeff. Great to be here with yourself.
Joined today by the always amazing, constantly creative Amanda Nelson from the Salesforce AppExchange marketing team. How are you doing, Amanda?
I'm doing great today. I'm ready. As a marketer, I'm really excited to see these marketing apps. So this is going to be a good one.
Exactly. Well, you guys, the audience, get to follow along with the webinar today live on Twitter using the hashtag AppDemoJam. You can ask questions of our Demo Jam participants today. You can share the Salesforce Ohana for the Demo Jam, or just let other people know that you're hanging out with us right here today on this live Demo Jam. Today's participants include apps like DataDwell, Eventable, BounceX, DemandJump, and Phrasee. But before the competition can begin, we got to get started with a few ground rules for the Demo Jam that you guys should know. So, Joshua, why don't you tell us about those ground rules?
Sure, Jeff. It's pretty simple. These rules haven't changed in the 3 years that we've been doing this. Each contestant gets 3 minutes to demo their app. There are 0 slides allowed, and there will be one winner chosen by the audience. You can't vote for your own company, and those are all the rules.
Well,
let's get ready to rumble.
Exactly, you do it, and kick it off there, Joshua.
All right, so our first contestant is Eventable. Getting your customers to take an action is the most important part of any marketer's job. Eventable opens up a new marketing channel for Salesforce Marketing Cloud users, the calendar. With people checking their calendars up to 12 times daily, each instance is an opportunity to connect to your brand, and Eventable helps over 15,000 companies drive timely action, working with a wide range of clients from growing e-commerce brands to Fortune 500 companies. We've got Akash with us today, and he's going to show us just how that happens. Akash, you're out there?
Yes, thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Excited to kick things off here for everyone today. So let's just get into it. Eventable brings calendar marketing functionality natively inside Marketing Cloud. So as you can see, everything you do with Eventable lives inside Marketing Cloud, and we won't even be leaving it today. So Eventable was built to enable brands and organizations to engage their customers through any calendar platform. So Google, Yahoo, Outlook, etc., no matter which calendar platform you use. And the thesis is pretty simple. It's that people are more likely to take action on items that are in their calendar than anywhere else. We've seen this in behavioral studies, and we've also seen this from our own campaigns. And so a few of the features that power this platform, I'm going to go over them right now. So one is the ability to update events dynamically. So you can manage, create, and share events here. If you want folks to add it, you can share it via email, website, social. All of this is directly integrated with Content Builder. And so you can customize these buttons, the design, the format, the look and feel, however you may like. Folks add to calendar, and let's say something changes, right? There's a time change, a venue change, maybe you want to change the link inside, or maybe even add new events, all after the fact, after the customer's already added the calendar. Well, you can very easily dynamically update that just right here by using Eventable. Another part of our secret sauce is customized calendar notifications. So if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, you may be familiar with a 10 or 15-minute reminder that you get before something starts. Well, we can customize what that says and when it's sent. And so effectively, it's like a mobile app push notification, just native through the calendar. And so if you want to send a customized reminder based on certain rules, perhaps as a follow-up after an event, or maybe based on a particular action or engagement, it's easy to do here with Journey Builder. Another part that I want to go over is analytics. So Eventable is able to give you insights into what are your most popular events, where are folks coming from, are they clicking the links inside the calendar, are they taking, am I taking them to my website or wherever I want them to be? All of this data that you see here can be funneled into Salesforce via data extensions. Whether you want to augment customer profiles or build custom lists based on folks' engagement with particular events, you can go ahead and do that. We integrate with over 1,000 tools and web services. So in addition to the Salesforce integration, no matter what combination of other tools your customer may use, Eventable can work with them. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, great job, Akash. You know, the one thing that I love about this is, one, it's within Marketing Cloud. You didn't even have to leave Marketing Cloud to be able to keep your customers informed about changes to events, whether it be a link or a change in time or a change in venue. That's pretty freaking powerful. And you know, like you mentioned during your demo, you get the native benefit of push notifications to your customers without going through you know, the normal things about getting a, you know, iOS certification and having push notifications and things like that. So this is really, really great. We like what you've done here. Amanda, do we have any questions for Eventable?
We do. And folks, if you want to ask a question to any of these demos today, just pop it in the chat and we will work to answer your question live. All right, the first question for Eventable that came in is, what are the different ways brands are using this to drive action?
Great question. Thanks, Amanda. So it's actually really easy to get up and running with Eventable. It's within minutes, actually. And so we work with a number of brands across the industry. So whether you're in retail and e-commerce, or you're an entertainment company, or maybe you're a nonprofit in the education sector, whatever it may be, we help these brands drive action. That is the value that we provide. So whether that is driving folks to a particular sale, or driving folks to tune in to a particular show, maybe encouraging folks to engage in their civic duty, whatever it may be, we provide all sorts of, we provide value for all those brands, basically agnostic across industries.
Awesome, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Jeff, over to you.
All right, thanks, Joshua. Next up, we have Phrasee. Out of the trillions of ways to write a subject line, what are the odds that your gut instinct gets it right? Well, pretty much nil. You're probably losing sales. Phrasee takes the gut instinct out of the equation, and they are a global leader in AI language generation for email subject lines. This is all called NLG, and deep learning they use to generate language and optimize at scale, meaning people are going to open your email more, they're going to click, they're going to convert more often. And to show us exactly what that looks like and how it works with Marketing Cloud, we got Jasper Pye with us today, head of product. So are you ready to jam?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, take it away.
Cool, so deep breath in, here we go. Yeah, so Phrasee, as we've kind of covered, is an AI tool that generates human-sounding, brand-compliant language at scale, and it's optimized based on your past results. Our customers typically see an average of 20% uplift in opens and a 17% uplift in clicks. Just to give an example of that, one of them you may know, which is Gumtree, and they're a subsidiary of eBay here in the UK, and they're also Marketing Cloud users. They're currently seeing 35% open uplift and a 44% click uplift. Now, what this naturally does is it translates into higher revenue and conversions for our customers. So another example being Virgin Holidays, they've actually attributed several million pounds in addition to Phrasee. So by default, Marketing Cloud, you can only test at scale. So it's test it based for testing purposes, and it will test lines on that group, and then it will reserve a remainder where that will send the winner, so the best performing one. You then fill out a series of questions. This is kind of like briefing a copywriter. So you answer a series of questions and hit the magic button. What happens now is Phrasee generates thousands of variants and ranks them through our deep learning engine, which is modeled on your past results. And it selects the optimal set for testing on your audience at this time. You have the option to kind of feedback. And then once you're happy with the set, you accept and continue. You can preview your emails. And then at the very end, it's a simple process of selecting a time and date to schedule your email, selecting how long you want to wait before sending the winner out, and basically hitting schedule. So what happens is Phrasee will send out those 10 test variants. It will wait 4 hours, and at the end of the 4 hours, it will look at the results and determine the highest performing one based on open rate. And it will send that to the remainder of your audience. And this is where we see based on the uplift that we see in this test, this is how this translates into a much higher incremental opens and revenue on the final sends. And it's how that translates into a great ROI on our product. I mean, it's really that simple. It only takes a couple of minutes each time. And as you test ongoing, the results get better and better and better, because every time you come into Marketing Cloud and you set up a new campaign, Phrasee will look at your past campaigns and generate language which it knows to have performed well in the past. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for my time.
Awesome. Good job, Jasper. So what I think is pretty interesting about this is that we always tend to think about A/B testing, and we always think of it as a one other, versus you guys are coming up with, I'm going to call it AJ testing, because you got A through J with the 10 different types that are out there. That's pretty amazing, because to take into account how things have performed in the past, what you're trying to get across, what are the actions you want people to take, and using that to come up with subject lines which are going to be high open rate, that's really slick. And the fact that you can then have it automatically kick out the one that's the winner, see how it performs, and then the next time you can send out another campaign, it's going to be even smarter. That is slick stuff, and I gotta say, way better than I could ever produce. So good job with that, Jasper.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Amanda, what have we got for an audience question today for Jasper Pie?
Yeah, I love those simple demos where you can even do it in less than 3 minutes. It's pretty cool. Remember the undo button, guys? That was great. It was just like, all right, you're going to hit this to undo that action in Salesforce, and that was the whole demo. So, all right, we do have an audience question. The question is, can we see some examples of those generated headlines? I think they showed it really, really quickly. I know you only had 3 minutes, Jasper, but are you able to go back to that really quickly?
Yeah, of course. So if we go back, we can see here. So we have what we call the human control. This is your human subject line, and it is the subject line that you would have sent out had you not been using Phrasee, and we use that as a way of benchmarking the results. And then you can see the other 9 variants here. So Phrasee is really testing out a range of things, and as was mentioned, if you're doing traditional A/B testing, you might be comparing a subject line with an emoji versus a subject line without an emoji. What we see is over a longer period of testing, the emoji doesn't really have a causal effect across a long period of time. It's actually the interaction, the higher order interaction of individual elements, which is what affects open rates across the course of weeks and months.
Well, and I like that too, that you got the sad face there for, you know what, I don't want to send an email that has that subject line. So I'm sure the engine is pretty good up with those, but nonetheless, you may want to remove a couple of those off there. And I'd be curious to see over time, how does my own performance of creating a subject line work? So really cool stuff. Thank you for demoing that today.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, I'm going to take over the next spot here, and we're going to talk about BounceX. BounceX is a strategic retail ISV partner for the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. BounceX is a people-based marketing platform that unlocks the first scalable revenue channel. The identification is at the foundation of BounceX and everything they do. By focusing on anonymous traffic coming to your website, BounceX can capture 6 to 8 times more active subscribers than you have today and drive significantly incremental revenue lift from triggered emails, thus making it top 5 revenue channel, driving 6 to 10% of your overall digital revenue. With us today, I've got Chad from BounceX team. He's Director of Business Development. And are you ready to take it away?
I'm ready. Cool. So I'll get going here. So again, yeah, what our our product is built around identification. And what that means is that knowing that people shop across multiple different devices nowadays and multiple sessions before buying just about anything, there's a challenge of being able to move all that data around from a marketing standpoint. And from a user experience, it can feel pretty broken at times. So cookie-based technologies are what were used in the past to kind of figure out this problem. But now there's a lot of limitations to that. And so what we built in our proprietary technology is what we call our consumer ID graph. We maps over 200 million consumers across a billion different devices here in the US, where we use this to kind of drive an on-site personalization, but primarily, and where we partner with Salesforce, is to drastically improve the scale and quality of triggered email, on average driving 6 to 10% of total online sales. So jumping in quickly here to a customer of ours, I want to show you guys what we do with Uniqlo to really show you our technology at its core. For context, Uniqlo has a ton of mobile traffic, but a super low conversion rate. And they came to us saying, hey, we want to start to find a way to identify these folks in mobile so that when they come back in desktop, we can personalize this experience and actually drive sales. So what you'll see here is something that you never actually see as a customer, but it shows our device graph on the back end. Someone comes to your site, BounceX immediately asks, do we know this person? In this case, this is a device that we've made a unique identifier for this device, but we don't actually know the person behind it. How we make that link is by getting people to opt into email. So mobile session here, we know almost nobody's going to buy. Our main goal in micro conversion is to get someone to opt into email. A couple ways we do that. Someone starts to scroll down the page and show interest. You'll notice this bottom bar that fired. That's actually a BounceX experience to say, hey, we know you're not likely to buy in this session. Can we save your products to help you follow up? This actually has around a 15% conversion rate of getting people to opt into email. But let's just say I'm like most people and I don't buy anything unless if I can get a deal. Maybe I'll look a little bit longer on my phone, but then, hey, my boss is coming by. I rapidly scroll up to try to get off the page. You'll notice this other email capture just fired. And this is our core strategy as a company, say, you shouldn't have to pay for traffic to come to your website twice. So now it makes sense to give them this incentive. Hopefully by now, I'm going to actually opt in. What's happened is they've now got my email. I apply this in the session, but the real value is, which you notice is very different. We now have associated this device to a consumer that we know at large across other devices in their network. They're now opted into email, and now their most eligible email to receive is a product abandonment email. So for all the people that are in your list within Salesforce Marketing Cloud, being able to identify them across devices drastically improves the quality of and scale of triggered emails you can send as a marketer, which are by far the most profitable emails. First elephant of the day.
Yeah, well, you came right up against it, but man, that is kind of slick. And now, when I see that, Chad, it makes me wonder whether you guys are powering some other sites out there who are doing some of that I've seen. And that's really interesting because you got a way of tracking the behavior and offering based on all of these, like you said, triggers of what I might do, because you had it just right. I mean, I may be scrolling through it. Okay, I've shown some interest by staying on this page. I haven't gone away yet, but whoa, wait a minute. I'm about to walk away. The idea of being able to save to a virtual cart that I didn't even have to log in to do, that almost seems like a little bit of voodoo magic there, that, the customer is going to be like, okay, this is kind of cool. I didn't actually have to sign up for anything, but then to get that, offer to convert your cart over and order it and get a discount. I mean, that's slick. So I can see why you're getting a lot of results from doing this. So it'd be really cool to see how that works with other customers. So it's really cool that you actually showed us a real customer of yours too, to show what it's made a difference for. Amanda,
yeah, absolutely.
What have we got for an audience question today?
I think that's a great question right there, Jeff. And it kind of relates to the question that came in, but can you give examples of some other use cases or other sites your customers you're working with for that same kind of experience?
Yeah, so we work primarily within e-commerce. We work with around 400 e-commerce brands right now. That's anyone from Jet.com, Taylor, pretty much a lot of the big box retail. We work with a lot of fast growing startups like Casper, like Helix, Tommy John. The list kind of goes on. So if anyone wants to see more, the different strategies we use are different for each client. But at the end of the day, it's how do we get way more people into your email database than knowing who they are across the devices in our network, and then drastically scale the send pool that you have for triggered emails and sending those specifically through exact target. So those things right there are really what we do, and happy to follow up with anyone who wants to see other brands, other categories, other verticals.
Well, the other challenge you have with that is, as you know, as was shown in the beginning of here, a lot of people are using anonymous browsers. We've got so many different tools out there that are, trying to keep us from being tracked very much. But there is a value in doing that and being able to kind of cross that ability to offer something of value and keep people engaged. So good job with that. I'm going to hand it over to Joshua for the next contestant.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Great demo, guys. All right, next up, we've got Data Dwell. Do your marketing teams truly know what content is working in your sales process? Empower your marketing teams with the knowledge that they need to align sales functions, position content across any object, and analyze what content is truly having a return on your investment, all without having to leave Salesforce. With Data Dwell's native sales enablement app, marketing teams are able to ensure that your content is most up-to-date and relevant to be delivered to your customers and receive full analytics on how effective it is. Today, we're joined by Andrew, who's just going to show us how Data Dwell works inside of an org with Lightning. Are you out there, Andrew?
Hello, I am.
Hey, over to you. Your time starts now.
Thank you. So I'm Andrew Boaz. I'm the Sales VP of Data Dwell. We are a native sales enablement tool in Salesforce to help make the marketing team get the most out of their marketing content, whether it's PDFs, videos, brochures. And I'm going to show you how we can align the marketing and the sales teams together and just take you through the whole, hello?
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Adam.
Hi, just wondering about this PDF on buying behavior.
Right.
Are your team using it? Is it worth me spending another $8,000 on another one?
Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. This is my new CMO. This is Adam, who's just walked in and interrupted us.
Sorry, interrupted what? Who are you talking to?
I'm on the demo jam right now.
The demo jam. Okay, right, awkward.
Okay.
Cool. Could you just answer my question, and then I'll let you get back to that.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm in an opportunity now in Salesforce, and you suggested you wanted that PDF positioned at the beginning stage. So I'm at the prospecting stage, and as I progress through and go to the needs analysis stage, and I'll refresh that, you'll see that PDF that you wanted positioned right here.
So it's there for the salespeople to use, but how are they then sending this to the prospects? How is anyone reading it?
Okay, really easy. All I need to do is just click on share. That brings up my dialog box for email. I just type my email out and send that out to the customer. And also in the EU, for GDPR, you can then request or require tracking consent as you need to.
Okay, and we can use the new email templates that I made you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the one you made, all I need to do is just click on the email template. That will drop in here. I select the contact and send that out.
And what about the dinosaurs in the team using Outlook still?
Right, thanks, I use Outlook. So all I need to do is click on URL, I select the contact, I generate a link, I then copy and paste that link, embed it in an email, and off it goes.
Okay, right, so we can position it in the funnel and we can share it, but how do we know if anyone's using it?
Okay, so once I'm in the opportunity, I can go into my activity, I can then see exactly what people are looking at. So here I can find that PDF that you shared with us. I shared that with the customer, and now I can see that they view page 1, page 2, etc. Exactly what pages for how long, and also I can see they've approved the tracking.
Okay, looks like we need to make those a bit shorter, but okay, cool. So how's this helping the guys actually close deals?
So in the activity area, I can see by timeline exactly what's been going on with that engagement, and all of those notifications are pushed to Slack, Chatter, email, wherever. So as soon as that notification comes in, I can get on the phone, call the customer, and try and close the deal.
Okay, wow, I liking all this data. So how am I reporting on this?
Okay, so out of the box, we give you a complete dashboard report because we're native. You can report on any area of your content. Here you can see an overview of what's been going on with the assets. And if I take that PDF you asked me to look at, so here it is at the top of my content ROI piece. If I just click there, you said it costs $8,000. I can see that's actually helped to close 142 grand's worth of business.
Okay, right. So I should probably make some more of those. And sorry for interrupting everyone. I'll let you get back to the demo, Joe.
Don't do it again. Thank you. Hello.
Well done, guys. That was an awesome skit. I loved every minute of it. You kept me on the edge of my chair. That's a really, really demanding CMO, by the way. So what to say about data as well? From start to finish, you have traceability and transparency. You're not only empowering your sales reps to be able to access the data at the right time, but also engage with that content and send it in multiple ways via email. I love the fact that when you see an asset that's a potential to send to a customer, you click on the email button and then that email dialog pops up and you have the ability right there and then to use a template that's designed specifically for that content. That is definitely a slam dunk. Aside from that, all the way tracking to going to the dashboards and being able to understand not only how that content's being used, but how it's being viewed, how many times it's being viewed, and also a duration, I think I saw as well, like how long someone was viewing that content, which is pretty freaking slick. The other thing that I liked is you can actually prove to see how that one asset is influencing those deals in terms of those close opportunities. So like, to me, this is a CMO's like dream. Great job, guys. Really appreciate you showing this to us today.
Lovely.
Amanda, what questions do we have out there for Data Dwell?
Yeah, and great demo, guys. I know that, you know, marketers out there definitely have to use multiple tools to get that kind of data, you know, going into their analytics versus their different, you know, files and things. So it's really neat that you can get it right there. The question that we have is around the assets. Are you able to upload multiple assets at once, or is it a one at a time deal? And what do you recommend for marketers? Should they do kind of a bulk upload or one at a time?
Well, you can do either. You can literally upload one at a time or multiple. Also, given the fact that we're native, we can also connect to existing systems, like if you're using, you know, Box or SharePoint, so you can drive all the assets through into the system. And then once they're in there, it's really simple to just position them where you want them to be in any object, whether it's, you know, standard or custom objects. So for example, if it's an opportunity, you can position it by lead source, stage, industry, customer representation, anything that you want, you just position it to where the sales guys will then find it.
Awesome. That's so great. Thank you so much for that. Really, really appreciate it. Great demo again.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thanks.
All right, Jeff, over to you.
All right, thanks, Joshua. I'm hoping that we don't have a CMO interrupt the next demo jam, but you know what? We'll see what happens. Well, last up today, we've got DemandJump. Retailers today are facing new challenges they've never experienced in their transformation to digital commerce, and for many, it's coming from new competitors that are far more nimble in their marketing strategies and execution. DemandJump is one of the few strategic partners with Salesforce Marketing Cloud in the retail consumer goods space. DemandJump enables brands with the visibility to see the buyer's journey before they reach the brand's website, but more importantly, the websites of their competition. This allows the marketers to precisely target their market share by acquiring new customers, increasing revenue, and eliminating wasted spend. DemandJump's Traffic Cloud, now that's a new cloud out there I hadn't heard of before, but the Traffic Cloud is a customer acquisition platform that, combined with Salesforce Marketing Cloud, is doubling the marketing performance and eliminating wasted spend across multiple digital channels, including paid search and display and all that kind of stuff. Well, how are they doing all that? They call it precision targeting, and today the demoer is Sean Schwegman. Are you ready, Mr. Co-founder of DemandJump?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's take it away.
Awesome. So I'm going to demo a company called Overstock that I used to work at. To be clear, Overstock's not a customer, but this will highlight, I think, a lot of the power of DemandJump's platform. We add value, and think of us as really providing 4 pillars of value: a next generation analytics engine, and then we layer on top of that data from about 27 different data sources, so competitive intelligence and social signals, content. We even pull in the weather data. But if I'm Overstock, I have Needle, Wayfair, etc. And DemandJump really figures out within that ecosystem where all of the customers are along their journey before reaching Overstock or Overstock's competitors. And today, to make things real easy, we've launched a new feature over DemandJump Insights, which is, you can kind of think of it as like Einstein for customer acquisition. So here you see there's an opportunity to ramp up Slick Deals relationship for Overstock in a single click, and they can look at the website Slick Deals and how much traffic Slick Deals is able to drive Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, et cetera. And this traffic index is almost a barometer for how well they stack up against their competitors. But we're able to predict the amount of revenue or orders or traffic increase that a certain relationship can have. Another interesting one I just saw was the Knot. So the Knot is generating a lot of traffic to the Amazon and Targets of the world. And if I'm a marketer, I can, in a single click, take a look at the Knot and understand where on this website they're driving traffic out. The other thing, I'll skip down to another one. Beyond just the traffic sources, we're also able to determine search terms. So here's a number of search terms about patio furniture that can drive an incremental 156,000 visits to Overstock. That'll generate almost 4,000 orders and potentially 683,000 in incremental revenue. One last thing that I'll click on here is on the content side. Our algorithm detected there's just not a lot of content about brides. So because we're connecting to and following the blogs of a lot of Overstock's competitors, we're able to show them all of the content that everyone else in their ecosystem is writing about when it comes to brides. And the last one is one of my favorite sites, Dude, I Want That, where we're showing you how much traffic is being driven to Amazon. And again, in a single click here, we can see all of the Amazon links on this website. But DemandJump is showing marketers what they really, data that's kind of outside their view today.
All right. Well, I was just about to give you the elephant there, Sean, but good job, man. You've actually educated me on a couple of sites I didn't know exist out there, but I see where the power of the API and being able to harness that information and make it available to marketers to really understand your own offerings, those of your competitors, and really see what's happening on all these sites out there. I can see where e-commerce, if you don't have this, you got a huge disadvantage. And so you guys being able to bring it in there, make it available, make it understandable, and really understand, where they're jumping off to, finding out where there's gaps in that, and see how you can get your site put up in that top list, let's say. I mean, Amazon's going to be a little bit hard to compete with, but nonetheless, everybody wants to be up there and drive more traffic to their site. So good job, Sean.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Well, Amanda, what have we got today for an audience question for Sean at DemandJump?
Yeah, I thought that was a great demo. I think that it provides context. Like oftentimes you provide these numbers to your C-suite and they really don't understand if it's good or bad without that context. So it's great to have those competitor links in there. The question is regarding that. Are you kind of able to customize or choose which sites you can compare against, or does the algorithm do that for you, or both?
It's fully configurable. So we work with our customers to determine what competitors, and when I say competitor, we kind of think of that loosely, right? If I'm Overstock and I really care about building out beauty, I might look at Sephora and Ulta and Sally Beauty as competitors in that category, but you're going to learn a lot from the competition in terms of finding category leaders in certain areas of your business that you want to, where you want to understand really where are they focusing their budget, and then how do you step in front of that. And the piece we weren't able to demo in the 3 minutes is how we basically push all that data back up to Salesforce Marketing Cloud or Salesforce DMP, or even to AdWords or Bing, to really what we call make it prescriptive, right? Beyond predictive, but we're prescribing action with that data. But yeah, the whole thing's configurable.
Nice. Well, that's very cool. You know what, Joshua, do you want to give a quick recap of, let's talk a little bit about all of our DemandJump participants before we start our voting, which is very important. We want to find out who the winner is going to be, but let's just kind of run through what we saw today. for that.
I mean, it's been just really awesome just seeing what all these people are doing with the power of Salesforce and data. But Eventable, being able to automatically update calendar invites through Marketing Cloud without having to leave Marketing Cloud, which is awesome. Phrasee, being able to, with the power of artificial intelligence, being able to really action-pack your subject lines and get emails out there with the test subject lines before actually choosing the best one that wins based upon real-life data. BounceX, the ability to really track your consumer by getting them to quickly opt into email and track the customer across different devices, super awesome. Data Dwell, being able to understand the power of realizing how your marketing content is performing and how your sales team is engaging with that content. And then DemandJump, really understanding, your competition. And, that's so important to be able to understand, what you want to do next to get the traffic that's going to your competitors. So all in all, these are really, really great apps for you to check out in your spare time, and they're all available on the AppExchange.
Absolutely. Yeah. So some great demos today. It's going to be hard for everybody voting out there, but you do have to pick a winner now. So we're going to show the voting in the GTM here. There it is. You can actually vote for whichever demo you thought was the bestest out there. You can vote as many times as GoToMeeting will allow. However, if you work for one of these companies, you're kind of disqualified from voting. But we want everybody else who's out there on the webinar today to let us know who you think is worthy of the trophy. But Mr. Joshua, while we're waiting for the polling entry to come in, tell me a little bit about what you've been working on. Well, you've got some trips coming up in this summer here. You're going to be heading out to a number of different Salesforce community events. Tell me a little bit what you got on the plan.
I am. So I just started my travel plan. So I'm actually going to be at Midwest Dreamin', which is going to be awesome. That's like the mid of July. And then I'm also going to Sydney Down Under Dreamin'. That's going to be pretty amazing as well. And I'm actually going to be flying to US on Sunday. So I'm really excited to be back stateside for a little bit, because there's all of this excitement that's going on around marketing platforms. I don't know if you noticed, Jeff, but last week-ish, something like that, Connections was there, which is a marketing event that Salesforce puts on based upon their marketing products. And so that was pretty cool. I have seen at DreamOlay, MVP Carrie Townsend actually did a talk on Pardot versus Marketing Cloud. So keeping with the Marketing Cloud theme, I'm seeing a trend where, we're not only doing demo jams to represent these companies and show how awesome you can be as a marketer when you have the right tools, but we're seeing a constant demand in that content, even from the community events that are led within the community, which is pretty amazing, I think.
It's kind of meta to think about how the marketing people market their marketing events with Marketing Cloud using marketing tools. I mean, it's just thinking about how they utilize all the different tools that are out there. There is an amazing amount of capability out there to track your data, to really understand your users, to really understand the performance of what you've been generating and what you should be creating more of. And it's pretty neat to be able to see that out there. I've not been to Connections before, but I can only imagine that it would be a pretty amazing time of hearing more about what the platform itself is capable of, but then being able to throw on top of that AppExchange applications, which just take it to the nth degree, we saw it today. We've seen how far a lot of this stuff can extend the utility and really turn into real sales. Cool stuff.
Yeah, Jeff, marketing, you said it like 5 times in like 2.2 seconds. And it made my head hurt. There's so much data and opportunity out here for marketers. This is one of the reasons why Amanda is so successful at what she does, and getting all of you guys here to the App Demo Jam. Please do come again. We're here every third Thursday. And I think we've got a winner.
All right, Joshua, are you ready to announce it? I'm sorry, that was my...
I am, and they're going to get this wonderful trophy, which is super amazing. And the Demo Jam winner for today of marketing apps is Eventable. Congratulations, Eventable.
Hey, congratulations.
give a speech?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hey, thank you guys, everyone. That's awesome news to hear. Glad you guys liked it. You can find us on the Salesforce AppExchange, of course. Feel free to sign up and let us know your thoughts. We work with a number of Salesforce customers, actually, as it is, as I mentioned, in retail, in all sorts of industries. So feel free to sign up, and whenever you think Eventable is applicable for really driving action. So like I said, other parts of marketing are important, email, social, etc. But when it comes to driving action, that's where we come into play. So if you think there's a fit with Eventable, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I really appreciate everybody's demos today, man. It's good stuff. Amanda?
Absolutely. What's coming up?
Yeah, close us out here, Amanda.
That was a great demo, Jim. I'm like super psyched about all these marketing tools. I mean, like I said, near and dear to my heart. Congratulations, Eventable. And congratulations to all of our participants today. Amazing demos, so much fun. I know you guys traveled from far and had to make the 3-minute demo work, and you all did an amazing, amazing job. Now, after today's webinar, we will have this recording on YouTube, our AppExchange channel, youtube.com/AppExchange. You can also see screenshots of all of today's demoers at #AppDemoJam on Twitter, as well as seeing all of these participants' apps on AppExchange.com at AppDemoJam.com. AppDemoJam.com also has all the past recordings, so you can view those as well. All right, we have more demo jams coming up. I mean, we've done over 150 of these, so there's way more coming. June 26th in New York City, if you're in my neck of the woods, you can see me at Power of Us Hub Live. We will be at our Bryant Park office for a New York event. So join us there where there'll be a demo jam. Midwest Dreamin', as Joshua mentioned, is July 12th and 13th. We're actually going to have 4 demo jams. The first 3 will compete for the mega demo jam happening before the closing keynote. And then July 19th, same time, same place, we will have our admin webinar right here. And since you're registered, you don't have to do anything except show up. You don't have to re-register. Tell your friends, and you can check out some amazing admin apps. So that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for joining today. We hope you had a great time, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everybody. See you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.